At the 6th Annual Africa Shared Value Leadership Summit, it became clear that when purpose-led companies are mobilized to create a shared value, this can drive a new wave of productivity and innovation on the continent. Both Tiki Barnard and Vuyo Luteke from the Shared Value Africa Initiative emphasize this.
So, Africa needs connectivity. And we believe that in order to take Africa to the next level from an economic perspective, we really need to bring connectivity to all. Because we cannot expect Africa to rise, on the economic platform globally if we don't have connectivity. So when GSMA reached out to us to say, do we want to, partner with them and deliver the Africa Leadership Summit here in Kigali, we thought about it, we spoke about it, we went to our board and everything, and it was the right decision because bringing the ICT community together with different sectors will help the collaboration to actually drive the change that we need to bring connectivity to our people.
Yeah, and before I go to Vuyo, then what do you think this will actually do for the African continent?
I think that I believe though, Tessie, that this is where we're building the global future. We've got a young youth dividend, and my colleague Vuyo can talk a little bit about that, but we've got the youth dividend. So therefore, for me, if we can get connectivity right and we can empower and equip and provide information to our women and our youth, we can take Africa to its rightful position on the global stage and create the Africa we want.
I'm glad you've mentioned women and youth because we're coming to that in Vuyo. Let me bring you into this conversation. As shared value practitioners and advocates, how do you see the shared value changing the African business landscape?
So, I think we're all quite aware that for the longest time, and even now to an extent, Africa has always been seen, as a continent in need. The continent very much on the back foot on any kind of development, any kind of advancement, from a global perspective. That's why the Sustainable Development Goals are such a big part of our narrative, right? And because shared value is about, simultaneously building a sustainable organization while contributing to a more sustainable society, as well as environment, it's so perfect in Africa, as Tiki said, that we all should be creating shared value as a business community. Now think about it like this. If we as business on the continent are innovating and solving specifically for our own challenges as Africa, seeing those challenges as opportunities, that's already giving us competitive edge. That's already advancing us, not just societally or environmentally, but also as a community, as a continental community and ecosystem, as it were. That really is where now we can talk about changing not just the landscape, but just the narrative as well of ownership.